welcome to episode 1 of breaking it.
Oh, yay.
We're replacing this Decklid with something way more fun. So as you've already seen, we've got some new Decklid hinges and some new struts for both the front and the Decklid. Because currently this is kind of, it's not terrible, but we've got a new Decklid that's going on here that's gonna be a little bit heavier than that. So let me show you that. This thing!
What if I threw this at you?
Please don't. I don't want to drop this. Bully. Anyway, so this is beautiful. Just kidding, it's pretty beat up. But it is an actual OEM early turbo whale tail from the 930s. So we think this is from a 1976, but it pretty much any of the early 930s, so anything before 1977, had this way cool whale tail, which I think looks even more cool than the, what are they called? The T-tray spoilers and stuff like that. So as you can see, it's red, is pretty beat up. You can see where the hinges connect and everything. So we are gonna drop it off to our good friends over at On Customs, and they're gonna get this all fixed up and painted. But in the meantime, we need to take this off, do a quick little test fit, make sure it fits all right. So first things first, we gotta remove the Decklid. We gotta remove this condenser. It's all beat up, it's just completely trashed. And again, it just doesn't work, so we're gonna get rid of it. We wanna disconnect the condenser from the Decklid. The Decklid has only 2 spots in which it's directly connected, at least on ours. Could be different, this thing is obviously old and beat up. Who really knows? So, but in this scenario, I am seeing a clip or something like that that has a nut attached to the Decklid here on this side. There should be 2 nuts, but there's only 1, which makes me think this entire thing is being held, yes, by that one. Because I think there's supposed to be 2 on this side as well. Yay! Yet another reason why we're getting rid of it. So, we'll start with that.
Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey.
Okay, but yeah, so you come down here, you can see that there's this nut here. There's supposed to be 1 in the back there that's not connected. Then if we go to the other side, there's nothing. It's just kind of there.
You don't need 1, it's fine.
Yeah. So on the bright side, to get it off the Decklid, we just need to take this one out, so. Just trying to make sure I don't drop it or anything like that.
Yeah, just like that. I just don't want to drop it, drops it.
I found it. It didn't go in the engine bay, that's all that matters. So that means everything should be, I think this just slides right out. It does.
That's gross.
So nothing should be connected from the condenser directly to the Decklid. So the condenser is also connected by 2 bolts on either side to the hinges. So we'll remove that as well, but for today, we're just removing the Decklid so that we can get this over to the body of the paint shop. For those nuts on the condenser that was holding it to the Decklid, we used a 5/16. Again, I don't know if that is exactly what should be, but that is what we had, so it's a good place for you to start.
So I came out here earlier and I realized that we're gonna need an Allen key to take off the 4 bolts that are attached to the Decklid. I can't speak today. It's 3/16, is that what we said?
Yep, 3/16.
Okay, so we're gonna take those 4 off and then that should be a really easy process.
Okay, so there you go. 1, 2.
Should I do the back one first, do you think? First?
I don't think it makes too much of a difference, honestly. We may need to get a drill out.
That one moved at least.
Okay.
I couldn't get it, so Liam had to loosen it for me.
It was pretty tight. I mean, these things are, who knows how long these things have been on here for. I mean, odds are.
From the production day, probably.
Yeah, 40 years, huh?
Oh my god. Goon face.
All right, so we just got that side off. It had 2 little washers there, probably to make sure it's got good fitment, but thanks to our friends at Renline, we've got some adjustable hinges, so those are gonna be so much easier to use and better to work with. So yeah, you can see that we've got this off now. There was this here that was connected to the front one. Always make sure you take photos before and after you do these things, just in case, but yeah. All right, now for the other side, here we go. All right, and then I've got Skyline holding the other side over here so that I can get this side all done and done. Ooh.
Nice.
Ooh, something I am just now seeing. Okay. I forgot that this was attached.
Oh, yeah.
So, something I just realized and almost forgot about before I can take this off. We need to disassemble the, I don't know if you can see that right there. We need to disassemble the light. The light doesn't work in here either, but we need to take that off because right now there's a wire that's going through this entire portion there, and then it's coming out right here. So I need to disassemble this, take this off so I can unroute the wires, then I can take this side off.
Good catch.
There we go. All right. Oh,
Nice.
that pops out like that. Okay.
Engineer.
So I just pulled that off. Then there's two flatheads here. You can see this thing is rusted to crap.
Be careful.
And I'm going to disconnect the wires now. I know, I had to get in front of the camera so I couldn't do it, but yeah, got it out. Now I've got these two wires here, and now I can just unclip them. And this is gonna come all the way down. Mark this. Oh,
Well, you marked it anyways.
I marked it anyways. Well, that's fine.
Please rescue my fingies.
Now I can help Skylar get the rest of this off. All right, where did the Allen key go?
Ah!
All right, we're cruising now, folks.
Cruising for a bruising.
And done!
Yay! We
Hell
need to
yeah.
get a photo of us holding this.
Yeah. You grab that side?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. My hands look like this, so her hands can look like this. Yeah.
We have the deck lid off now, which I am very, very happy about. We are going to remove this, but for the time being, I just want to do a quick test fit of the whale tail, see how it fits, and then we'll send it off to body and paint, and then we'll come back and we'll remove all this.
Yay!
All right, now grab that side. Okay. So what we're going to want to do is, I'm going to
Put it on the...
You know what? This time.
I was like, is that gonna work? Can we zip tie it down for right now? Like, I know that sounds jank as hell, but if you zip tie it through this,
Oh, I don't want to touch anything with that.
you know what? Dark Speed Garage, we try our best here because we're beginners.
Is that how this works?
Yes. Even if you're a beginner who zip ties Porsches together. Well, that sits so jank.
Oh no, this thing's a piece of shit. Not the car, well.
Well,
Not
it's our high-end piece of shit.
Now let's do the
Yeah.
test fit. Oh, is it still? It is, sorry.
Yeah, better.
There we go. No, I'll hold, you go look.
Okay. Look.
You got it? Yep. Oh no, that's so cool. Oh, that's gonna look so good here. Okay, can you hold it while I...
Yeah.
Looks so sick. Yeah, that's gonna come out perfect. Oh, and the fitment on it's pretty damn good for what it is.
And we got this wing for like such a steal too.
Yeah, because it's a real one. That's the cool part, is this isn't a replica. This is a real early 930 turbo wing.
Liam was on like the forums, and this guy was like, hey, I'm selling this wing, don't know what to price it at. And Liam was like, how about this? And the guy was like, sure. And now we have this.
Why does it low-key look kind of cool in the red though? Thank you so much for doing that with me.
Yeah.
I'm glad, because I really wanted to see how it looked. We got it all figured out now. We got this off. That was one of the easiest things we've done.
That's, yeah, probably the easiest car thing we've done together. High five.
The hardest part now next is going to be trying to put it back on once we get it back, but quick test fit if it's on top of this, which is what I wanted. This will be all gone anyway, so that'll be one less thing to worry about.
And this thing's jank.
It is. Yeah, you can see it. But no, it looks, I don't know about you guys, but I think it looks sick. And it's really going to tie in very well with everything else that's going to happen with this car.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Classy and trashy.
Yeah, all right. This is all going to be on the same video, but
See you later.
time wipe to taking out the AC.
Clock light.
Clock wipe.
Good morning.
It is. Howdy.
Cheers.
Cheers. All right. Day 2. It's time to take the AC out of this. 'Cause that looks like So, if you're wondering, this is our stand for the day. I got a nice little textbook just in case. So, first things first, what we're gonna do is we need to disconnect the battery just in case. Obviously, we're working with some different components and everything. We're taking out the AC, so we want to make sure that we have disconnected the battery. Just better safe than sorry. So let's start with that. You know that classic one bolt takes longer than it should? We just spent the past, 20 minutes trying to disconnect the negative side of the battery.
It worked out though, it's fine.
It's fine now, yeah, but all right. Now that we're done with that, we're going straight to the condenser. We're taking the rear condenser off. Hoorah. All right, we're gonna put a nice little towel down just in case. There shouldn't be any refrigerant left because this thing hasn't worked, I guess, in like 30 something years.
Minor details.
But what we're gonna do is we're gonna take off the refrigerant lines connected to the condenser. All right, so we got the first one off after a quick trip to Harbor Freight.
We got gloves.
We got gloves.
Finally.
Got another wrench because I only had one that fit. So we got another wrench. So now we got 2 adjustable ones that are big enough to get to these. WD-40.
Yeah.
Great call on that one.
I think that was your call. I can't even take credit for that.
Oh, well, either way.
I said we should get anti-seeds.
Same thing. Either way.
Same, but different.
2 wrenches.
Wrenches.
All right, and the first one we got off here. So now we got to do the other side.
And we'll actually show that one.
Yeah, we got frustrated.
You know.
Shocking.
We're professionals.
All right, so the next one we're doing is, if you want to lift this up.
Do you want me to go like
Sure, that works.
that way?
And if you want, so you don't cut yourself. I know you've got gloves on, but just like, there you go.
That's not that bad.
And then kind of lift this up like that. If you can
Yeah.
you hold that? Perfect. Just so you can see. So the next one we're getting is this right here. We need to get this off. That way we can pop this whole thing off. Call it a day. Oh, and we need to get, I'm turning it. We need to get that bolt, which you can see right there. And then on the other side, is there another bolt? I'm pretty sure there was at some point. I think this is supposed to be connected,
Probably.
but it's not. So, all right, let me set this back up. Let me get a little bit of WD-40 because that helped immensely last time.
Do you know your eye protection?
Oh, no, I don't. Because we learned that. Right, Skylar? Oh.
Yeah, everyone got so mad at me when I was working on the Cayman. Did you just get that already?
I did.
Nice. Nice. Beautiful.
We're gonna remove the compressor now. So first things you gotta do is, you gotta unplug it. Am I stupid?
Yes.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
Okay, so this just literally disconnects. It's really simple. It actually just quite literally pops out, which is very nice. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take out the connections here for the lines. So let's do it.
Oh, it came out. Nice. Ta-da!
Okay, now that all of those bolts are out, those holding it down, I can slide this, sort of, and I can get the belt off. There we go.
How do you keep your pants up when you're performing?
Belt.
The thing.
So now we need to get this part actually out because we've unscrewed everything. So we took out this bolt, this little nut here. We took out 2 bolts underneath and then 1 bolt up top here. And so now this whole thing can just come out. But I'm gonna need an extra set of hands. So I'll have Skylin hold this while I disconnect the last refrigerant line that I couldn't get to because of the the angle that it was at. But now that I can lift this straight up, we can do that. So let's do that. Just a heads up.
Okay.
I'm gonna need you to hold that up. It's gonna be a little difficult, but.
Oh, no, it's fine.
Okay. There we go. Move right up.
Yeah!
Quick little break. Little Taco Bell break. And you got McDonald's.
Yeah, I was like, not me.
Next up,
That's so cursed.
we're gonna take out the two hinges, so that right there. And then we're gonna take out the other one as well. That right there.
Right there.
We're gonna take those two hinges out because we've got the new nice ones from Redline, but also because the hoses are attached to them, so it'll make things a little bit easier to get all the hoses out. We still have to work on the front as well about getting the front condenser and there's another piece as well. I'm trying to remember, but either way. All right, so there's just a little clip here with a little push in that attached this to the strut itself. So you just had to unclip this, pop this little bad boy out, and now this is free movement. All right, so there is a little, not little, but a bolt that comes up. Let me see if I can. Right up in here, which you can kind of see, but not really. My finger's touching it. And then that's gonna bring this whole assembly down. All right, this bolt was it's just like in an awkward spot up here because it's like kind of tucked underneath the firewall almost. Oh, did I catch it? I did.
Nice.
All right, and then this, and then this should be able to just go out. Yay! Oh. And if you're curious, it's a 13 millimeter. Perfect. You getting with your fingers? Oh. There you go. Nice.
Holy.
Nice, good job.
Thanks.
Alright, hinges are out.
That was terrible. We need to replace the firewall so bad. It's like the firewall hangs and then the carpet next to the clutch hangs so your foot gets caught on it sometimes. It's like those two things are must fix.
Alright, I'm removing the refrigeration line cables to the AC receiver / dryer that is in this little spot right here. There we go. That's the fender.
Left front fender.
I'm disconnecting the refrigerant lines from the blower, but I want to leave the blower motor in here because that is going to help still get fresh air into the cabin if we're like at a light or something like that. So I'm removing the insulation tape right now. Then I have to disconnect here, here, and there, and then I can hopefully pull the hoses down. All right, that's gonna be a wrap for today, I think.
You look so...
I'm tired. So, in here, we were able to disconnect both of the refrigerant lines. This one was horrible to get to just because of the positioning, and I'm using 2 wrenches and kind of like going back and forth with it. In here, the last things that need to come out is just need to disconnect this one, and then you can take this whole evaporator piece out. And then we've got that portion out as well. It does not want to come off that hose.
Yeah,
so what we're gonna do is just pull that hose out from underneath once we get the car jacked up, which will be soon. Hooray.
Another day, another sleigh. Liam's behind me.
Hello.
Today we are jacking up the car. It's our first time doing this, so that's fine. We're using the Adam Polishes jack, you know, plug, whatever. We're gonna put the jack stands underneath, lift the car up, and then we'll get started on removing the front AC condenser. So, yay!
I'm gonna remove the front condenser.
Hello.
So we need to take out this bolt here. I don't know if you're able to see that. This bolt here and that bolt. We got the front condenser out. It had a couple of bolts and 2 Freon lines. That sucked, but it's out.
Hey! It's like a week and a half, 2 weeks later. All of the hoses are out. Here they are. Yeah, we got really frustrated and we were like struggling, and I couldn't record and hold a flashlight and help work on the car and like all that stuff. So I was like, screw it, I just won't record right now. But just so you know, it's a process. But we did discover a hack. We needed to cut the AC hoses, and we were like, well, how do we do that, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh my God, I have PVC pipe cutters. Let me go get them. So I went upstairs, brought them down here in the garage. Works like a charm. Here's the ones that I have. Yeah, would recommend doing that if you need to cut like random hoses for cars, PVC pipe cutters. But yeah, the back condenser and the front condenser's out. And obviously you guys already saw us do everything else back here. So now we're just waiting to get the wing back from paint. It was supposed to be back a little bit ago, but he didn't like how it turned out. He's like, I cannot give it to you like this. So he completely redid it. So thank you, Carrie. That is so great. Very, very sweet of you. And Friday, we should be all hanging out to put the wing on. So thanks for watching, you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff.